Switch Radio Sport. This is Switch.
Tash, thank you for joining Switch Sport Radio today on the back of that 4-1 win against Stourbridge. What were your overall thoughts on the game?
I think it was a dominant performance in the second half for sure. I think we created really good moments in the first half. I think for me today, Ellie May was fantastic and she's pulled off some great saves in the first half. A couple of chances I think for Stourbridge. I felt like they came out firing in all cylinders and they looked really sharp. And I think for us it was we grew into the game. I spoke to the girls at half time and potentially was slightly harsh, but I think what they needed was some structure and we gave them that after, and I think they really took it on board, and I think second half we really dominated the game. Yeah,
it seemed to appear that way, but what I noticed in the first half was the amount of shots that you were getting and on target as well. Is that something that you actually work on in training?
Yeah, we obviously, without giving too much away, we obviously work on specific units. So obviously we train twice a week, and obviously some of those, on one of those days we'll really work heavily on a particular unit, and they'll be with a particular coach. We're quite lucky that we've got X amount of coaches and we can all work with different units. Listen, the strikers or the finishers, whatever you want to call them, the attackers, there is moments where they probably should score goals, and then there's moments where they score goals and you think, God, how have you managed that one? So it's just consistency now with us. We've got a lot of players that score goals across the pitch, which is super important for us. You don't want to heavily rely on one particular player, but yeah, we've got excellent firepower, and it's something that they work on weekly, and at times they'll stay behind after training to do shooting drills and practicing, and that for me is the mentality that we want here.
You can definitely see how confident they were in taking shots. You see some players in some games that don't like to take shots right away, but you can see that your players do like to get forward and take those shots. Word on your opponents then, Stourbridge, obviously a young team with a young manager. You mentioned earlier so they're improving. What are your thoughts on Stourbridge today?
Yeah, I think, listen, they've got some good individual players. I think they set up really well. I think once we figured that out, second half, obviously I believe that we dominated. But listen, I said to Meg at the end of the game, it's a much improved side from the 4-0 loss that they had here sort of a couple of months ago. And Luke, like, you can see that things are starting to come to fruition for Stourbridge. But listen, they've just got to keep going. I think that, listen, this league's unforgiving. Any team can beat any team, and I truly believe that. There's no team that you go in and play and think, actually, you know what, we're going to win this game. It doesn't happen at this level anymore. So yeah, listen, credit to Stourbridge, credit to the coaching staff. I think they've definitely improved, and I think it's going to be it's a long season, and you can't call anything at the minute.
And back to yourself, a couple of big games to come, one in the league and then one in the FA Cup. So starting on this weekend, Kidderminster Harriers. Any thoughts in mind whilst you're playing in this game, or were you just focused on Stourbridge at the moment, and then obviously now your attention turns to Kidderminster Harriers? Yeah,
you have to keep one eye on the game on Sunday. You have to manage minutes, but ultimately it's the here and now that really matters. We have to make sure we get the job done today, which we did, luckily. And I think for me now, attention turns to Kiddie. Players will go away now and have a break for 2 days. Myself and the coaching staff will go to work and do a bit of analysis on Kiddie. And I think for me, it's another tough fixture away from home. I know Agra's a difficult place to play. I know that they'll have them well drilled. They'll be physical. And listen, it's again one of those games where you never walk into a game thinking this is 3 points. Every game is important, and Sunday will be just as important as today, and we will continue to try and work out a way to win games of football.
And another win in the league as well. What do you think about your league position now?
Happy with the league position. I think we are definitely improving week on week. I'm unsure of the other results today. We try and focus on ourselves. Listen, we can control the controllables, and for me the most important thing is that we're picking up 3 points. We don't need to focus on anyone else. Happy with where we're at and where we were before. Find out the results soon, no doubt. But yeah, there's no point in looking elsewhere, because if we can't get the job done ourselves, it makes no odds anyway if someone's won or lost. The good thing about this league this year is obviously there's 2 places, so it makes things more interesting, and it gives you more hope. Loughborough last year ran away with it. I think they were unbeaten. They were great. This year I think might be different. There's probably 4 or 5 with the hat in the ring. You know, whoever finishes top of the league, they'll do very well to do so. It's like I say, it's a tough league, and obviously that second position will be eagerly anticipated for one particular club.
And finally, the FA Cup draw has been made. Great to see that actually being aired as well now. Just your thoughts on that being a visual as well, and the actual upcoming game, I believe, on November the 23rd.
Tough fixture, to be honest. I'm happy that it's at home. We feel at home here, so that's nice. Worcester's a tough place to go, and to be honest, we've done our trip there and won 1-0, and it's not a place that I want to go back to anytime soon. They have a great crowd, and they're very well drilled by the coaching staff. Got a good, young, exciting squad, and a squad that's drastically improved from last year. Listen, Worcester are an excellent outfit, and we are under no illusions at all that it's going to be a tough ask. If you'd have told me we got Worcester before the draw, would I have been happy? Probably not, because it's tough. But listen, I believe in the squad, and we believe in ourselves, and hopefully we move forward into the next round of the cup. But we'll have to do everything we can, and we'll have to be on top form that day. The fact that it's live now is excellent. It's really exciting. I don't really concentrate for the whole day because I'm thinking, oh God, who are we going to get? I'm just happy that we're at home, and I'm happy. To be honest, I'm happy that it's local, and we might get a decent crowd.
Switch Radio Sport. This is Switch.